Hello, it's Vicky and
Derek.
so today we're going to speak about coffee. I've read a lot about coffee being helpful for people with MS, but I wanted to know what Derek thought and how coffee has helped him as well. So we're going to talk about coffee today. Before I get started with the coffee though, I do want to give a shout out to a guy who brews his own coffee. He actually has multiple sclerosis as well. I found him in Grapevine, Texas. There was a wine trail, so it was awesome. You went to go taste wines in different bars. It was cool. We did that for my birthday in October, me and my two friends. So I had a great time, but I ran into this guy and he brews his own, coffee. He infuses it with wine and also with liquor and whiskey. And I think he has one that's infused with rum. So he's in Grapevine, Texas. There is a website if you want to try his coffee. It's super good. I tried it today for the first time and it was awesome. I thought I was going to feel drunk, but I didn't. I didn't feel drunk. So just wanted to give a shout out to him. Derek, how has coffee affected you?
Well, coffee's one of my favorite things to drink, and tea. I like Earl Grey tea, but coffee mostly, and it usually keeps me from having migraines. I do know that recently, during the process of having a remission, um, it's actually helped me feel better in a lot of areas. I probably drink like 3 or 4 cups a day now, which is probably not good with high blood pressure, but it helps me in other areas. So, it's a wonderful treat.
So I have read that multiple sclerosis, well, not multiple sclerosis, but just coffee in general, drinking 4 cups in the morning. Usually it's ideal in the morning, they say, to drink it. It really helps throughout the day. It helps lift your spirits, like make you feel happy instead of down and depressed. It wakes your brain up. Some people call it the happy drink, because it makes you happy and you're able to, like, it wakes your brain up. So you're able to understand more. You're able to function a little better. And so some people say some people are addicted to it, but it makes them feel good. So with that being said, I've also researched that with when there's people that have the multiple sclerosis gene that may develop in them, they can also have found research where the drinking a lot of coffee, or people that drink are consistent coffee drinkers, they drink it every morning most of the time, they do not develop multiple sclerosis and they may have the gene. So there's been research on that. I do know that my mom, and I spoke into a different video, I spoke about this in a different video as well, that my mom's family, I feel that the multiple sclerosis may have come from that side. No one has multiple sclerosis on that side, but all of her brothers and sisters, they are hardcore coffee drinkers. Like, they drink coffee in the morning, sometimes in the daytime when they gather, in the nighttime, sometimes at night they drink coffee. My grandpa, he was a hard coffee drinker as well. In the morning, at night, they would just drink coffee and sweetbread. And so my grandma too, and they put cinnamon in their coffee. And so I don't know if that has anything to do with it either. But yeah, there's been a lot of research. So just want to let y'all know that for me, coffee has helped me. I have at one point felt like I probably was addicted to coffee, so I kind of geared away from the coffee. Now, prior to being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, I didn't drink coffee. I wasn't a coffee drinker. I just never accustomed to drink coffee. My mom never said, "Oh, drink coffee." None of that. She never offered coffee. I never knew you could sweeten it or any of that. So once I discovered it, then I started drinking it. But that's after I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. So the research that I've done, it says that once you're diagnosed, well, you're diagnosed, but prior to being diagnosed, if you do have the gene, it might, you might not develop MS. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I have read that. So to me, that was very interesting because of what my mom's family, what I know that they drink coffee, and they're regular coffee drinkers. My mom doesn't, she wakes up and that's what she does every day. It doesn't matter if it's a weekend or weekday. For me, I drink coffee in the weekday only, during the weekdays only, not the weekends. So just because I can function, I'm good without the coffee, but I function better when I drink coffee. But I also have stomach problems, so sometimes the coffee can exacerbate that for me as well. So just something to watch out for if you want to try drinking coffee, or I'm not sure if you even like coffee. But what do you think about the coffee?
Well, coffee for me, it's interesting because I didn't grow up with parents that drank coffee, and I really didn't. It's because coffee's an acquired taste actually, and when I first tasted it, I thought, what the heck are all these people drinking, and why is it so fascinating? And I got onto a job.
How old were you, real quick?
When I got onto, well, it was about when I was, dang, how old was I? think I was 27. Yeah, I was probably about 27.
I was 25.
You're 25? Man, I can't believe I went so many years without drinking coffee. now that I think about it. But when I was 27, I got on this job, and everybody there drank coffee. All the people in the office drank coffee, and the people in the warehouse did. And they drank them in these little tiny cups. And there was powdered creamer. And one day I decided to try it. And I put the powdered creamer in. I put some sugar in. It was super sweet. It tasted like candy. And I started getting to where I was drinking it all the time. I drank like 5 or 6 cups a day of these little tiny cups. And then when the girls in the office, I would see her pour coffee in a cup. She wouldn't put anything in it, and she would go to her desk. And I was like, "You don't sweeten it?" She's like, "No, I drink it straight black." And I was like, I can't do that. I don't know how people do that." And so years later, I started getting into coffee more, and then different flavors and brands and all that stuff, to the point where I look for specific roasts. There's some that a cat has eaten it and it pooped out, and they clean it off and they grind it up and sell it to you. It's like different varieties of coffee out there. But currently, there's a particular one from Africa. It's called Ubuntu coffee, and I like that one the most of anything. I like to grind my beans, but they sell that one pre-ground, and I realized over time, instead of putting sugar in it, just put creamer. And then still, there's some times where I don't put creamer because it's not always good to have milk. And so I'll eat it. I'll drink it straight black. And now I can drink it black. I'll just chug that back, just drop a little sugar in there, some cinnamon, stir it up real good, and just start chugging it. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, how are you drinking straight black coffee?" And I'm like, you know what? It's an acquired taste. I said the same thing years ago, and for some reason now I'm doing the same, drinking it like that. But it's as if I don't have a cup of coffee, I feel down, I feel depressed. It feels like my brain doesn't want to function correctly. But adding the cinnamon in there also added the actual help towards, what is that? Anti-inflammatory issues I have. So the coffee already helps with some anti-inflammatory issues, and then the cinnamon adds on to that. And then after I've drank my coffee and with cinnamon, and sometimes I put honey in it, because like the different areas of the United States or of countries, the ingredients of honey can help you with allergies. So sometimes I put honey instead of sugar, and there was something else I was going to say, but I got a brain fart in that moment.
No. Well, I'm going to chime in on that. So honey is really good as well. It has great properties for a lot of things. And yes, it does help. Honey has helped me with the allergy problems that I've had in the past as well. So the way I drink my coffee now, and I've played with how I, want to drink my coffee. So I have put some coconut oil in my coffee before. Which has really good properties as well, to help anti-inflammatory and so many different aspects. It also I've read that coconut oil can actually somehow help with any antioxidant. So it's an antioxidant as well. So either way, it has antioxidant properties is what I want to say. But I've also put cinnamon, but cinnamon also has some bad properties in it, so I don't put cinnamon in my coffee every day anymore, because I have stomach problems at times, so I have to watch it. So the coconut oil also. Okay.
Down here. sit down here, but gotta sit where some light is in front of me. All right. So that video kind of ended abruptly because my camera ran out of storage while we were recording. I didn't have another SD card on me. So if you want to see the full video with the finished ending, you can click on Fighting with Multiple Sclerosis. Go to that channel, which I'll leave a link down to the channel below, and I'll have it in the end credits. But if you want to see the end of that video, you go there. And guys, I think we have talked enough about this today, and I'll see you in the next video.